Previously, on what I did on my pandemic vacation, yeah, you're pretty much looking at it. And if this first episode of season 4 looks a little haphazard, slapdash, and my fly's open, have you seen the last 50? So let's see. Eric Trump jokes, mocking Kushner, plagiarized Trump impersonations that sound like Reagan on whippets, and election shenanigans with two peeing Russian hookers. Wait, ooh, that was weird. It's been a while, but for a second there, I just felt the burn. And my urologist wholeheartedly suggests that I get some cranberry juice for that. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. This was written before the election results, but recorded after. So, mum's the word. Mum. Diverting us into diverticulitis cramps, Trump continued to attack Biden on how he handled the H1N1 flu during the Obama administration, even though when asked about it back then, Trump said, H1N1 is the best cable network for the news. Huey Lewis and the news. Ba, 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 da, ba. I want a new drug. Better than Adderall. Perking me and my penis up, but leaving hair in my balls. Ba, 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 da, ba. Trump delivered a COVID-spreading speech to thousands at the Villages, Central Florida's massive retirement community, to folks who kept yelling, "Speak up, Sonny, louder, we can't hear you. Is he even talking? I can't hear a thing. I'm thirsty, parched. I think it must have been that whitefish salad at brunch. Way too salty. I don't mind a little salt, but well, my cardiologist would suggest otherwise. But yeah, way too salty. Then again, it could have been the salt bagel. Or perhaps maybe the tomato juice, which was supposed to be low sodium, but sometimes you never know, right? Who knows? What can you do? Anyways, so momentarily triumphant, Trump stormed out of the community super pissed for being taken last when they were choosing upside for a shuffleboard and pickleball. Take the fat fuck schmuck butts. You take the fat fuck schmuck butts. Why would I take the fat fuck schmuck butts? I got big money on this, mister. Big money. A national pollster recently held a focus group of undecided voters, which by definition makes them unfocused, right? Anyways, a member of the focus group said that the media doesn't focus on the right issues. Well, isn't that just the digitally blurred calling the pixelated kettle black? And fuzzy. Trump Jr. whined, "My dad gave me the opportunity to work my way up in his company. Joe Biden gave his son China." Sure, Don, but think of all the people that have been given the opportunity to work their way up your dad's ass, which is a pretty dirty and arduous climb given that Lindsey Graham's always getting in the way. Anti-immigrationist and former Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach said, Biden says that making homes more energy efficient will save millions of barrels of oil. Does he have any idea how homes are actually heated? I'm going to go with either Scranton propane or the methane from Kobach's bullshit. The only thing more ridiculous than the people at a Trump boat rally jamboree in Palm Beach are the names of the vessels. Names like the SS Dumbfuck, Dickwads o' the Deep, Seaworthy, this floater's Russian hooker P-worthy. One in a collection of small dinghies. Bring Dramamine, and that's just for stomaching our views. Pirates of Pence Pants. The Bill Bargelago. And Gilligan's Don't Call It Epstein's Island. Just sit on my lap and hear a tale of teenage tale. With all the depressing stories on 60 Minutes, the producers are contemplating dropping the iconic ticking watch and changing the name of the show to Four Bourbons. And Trump didn't want tough questions from Leslie Stahl. He can't even focus on the sports page in the men's stall. My secret Chinese bank account? Hey, a guy's got to have all the angles covered to secure the best deals on Ivanka-branded Garanimals. Today, I'm a baboon and a warthog. Was watching MSNBC and my wife walked in the room when she heard a New York accent, thinking it was Andrew Cuomo, but her bubble was momentarily burst when she saw that it was Michael Cohen on the TV and me on the couch. Trump's campaign bussed rabid supporters to a night rally in Omaha, but no shuttle was provided, so thousands of attendees were left freezing and stranded. The perfect metaphor for the Trump administration. The uncomfortably Numbraskans immediately started tweeting hashtags. Frostbite is the new toasty. Make America gangrene again. Mutual of Omaha's fucking freeze. Mutual of Omaha's frigid as all fuck kingdom. Colder than a Cornhusker's tit. Alaska, Nebraska, let's call the whole thing off. Or Nebraska, Alaska, let's call the whole thing off. Omaha Steaksicles. And honey, I shrunk my shuttlecock. My only real takeaway from the election coverage this cycle is that Wolf Blitzer is no longer my favorite Muppet. Elmo, hate your attitude. Ha 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 ha. A friend asked if I'll be teasing Trump supporters if Biden wins. Teasing? No. Tasing? Oh yeah, absolutely. And cattle prodding. Trump's version of protests at polling and ballot counting sites are less rock the vote than they are white the vote. I haven't seen that many angry white people with guns since, here in Michigan, about last Tuesday. But still. Trump claimed they were illegally finding votes in Michigan. Don't know about that, but if it's any consolation, I just found 5 under Mitch McConnell's chins. And McConnell won his re-election in Kentucky, 6 more chins, 6 more chins. And by the way, I'd totally be fine with letting Kentucky or Indiana always win March Madness every year if they forfeited the participation in the Electoral College. Hashtag 2 momentously shining tools. Da 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 da. Speaking of Indiana, I vote we recall their motto, the birthplace of cool. Cool? Indiana? Forget James Dean, Hoosiers, and Breaking Away. Wait, those are pretty cool. But what about the dorky Cougar in John Cougar Mellencamp? Or Larry Bird's bad 70s porn stash? And the theme song, The One Day at a Time. This is it, straight ahead, do, one day at a time, one day at a time. Rudy Giuliani just tweeted he's en route to Philadelphia with a legal team. Massive cheating. Will not let Philly Democrat hacks steal it. Ooh, Rudy's en route. I'm thinking in my Thucker Thoot and Spats. And isn't it amazing how somehow Trump doesn't need Viagra to stiff his attorneys on legal fees? Okay, if they're gonna finish counting votes not till Sunday, or beyond Sunday, then I'm not gonna count the nervous binge-eating calorie intake until after Monday Night Football. Are you ready for some nachos and deep-fried shrooms? With the incredible nerve-wracking suspense and sense of dread in election night, am I the only one that started injecting bleach? You know, I say we can end this all right now and just give Trump a participation trophy. a really sweet one with a soccer kicker guy, or a bowling ball guy, or a ballerina, like Kushner. If it all works out, what should Joe Biden's first action as president be? I'm thinking Fajita Fridays. Come on, man! During the election night chaos, Kaylee Don't Mackin' Any Sense tweeted in all caps and 2 exclamation points, God is in control. Pretty sure if God's in control, he doesn't need all caps and 2 exclamation points. And since when does Kaylee McEnany speak for God? Right, when Sarah Huckabee Sanders stepped to be down to be. My bad to be. This just in. Trump sues Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin for flipping 2 times before they flipped 2 times, and then they flipped twice more. This just in. Trump sues Melania for having an Adam's apple. This just in. Projecting and characterizing that a cheese sandwich has indeed won the state of my nervous fridge raid. Send the lawyers home and make sure they keep their mitts off of my Munster. And here's a little something from my new album, Mitts Off My Munster. This just in. I've eaten 49.5% of my green New Deal pizza. This just in. Dr. Anthony Fauci has yet to be fired. No ouchie, my Fauci. This just in. Rocks and dirt go for Trump, yet still no returns being reported from gravel and endless fields of cow dung. This just in. North Carolina is threatening to officially become South Virginia. This just in. Possible computer security breaches say that there are still no election results to report from Ontario. Stay tuned to provincial authorities for further updates. He scores! An all-day Trump train of trucks, paraded around DC's Beltway, making me stuck following these fine people from Georgia Avenue to the 270 North ramp. Make America great again, my ass. Not one of them had any Grey Poupon, and I even said excuse me. Golf legend Jack Nicklaus came out of the clubhouse and endorsed Trump. Great. Not only does the Golden Bear shit in the woods, he also shits in the fairway, and on democracy. Rapper Lil Wayne appeared with President Trump and endorsed him, praising his platinum plan for blacks. Platinum? What do you got to lose? And he nearly wrecked him. Lil Wayne endorsed Lil Penis. Makes sense. Yeah. Lots of Trump supporters were tweeting about rejected ballots. Ballots, of course, being spelled Ballets, like ballets. Here now are our favorite rejected Trump ballets. Schwann's Lake, the Nutcracker's Sweet Codpiece, Romeo and Lady Juliet, Juliet spelled with a G, then it would be Lady G, and Cinderella Lago. Come on, man!